The strange noise behind her startled the woman, leaving her frozen in place. When she followed the sound, she was shocked to discover that it was coming from a stone. Out of curiosity, she reached out to touch it. Unexpectedly, she was transported from 1945 all the way back to 1743. Looking at the unfamiliar surroundings, Claire felt a sense of unease. She didn't yet realize that she had traveled back in time to the ancient past, though she was still within Stonehenge. Upon closer inspection, she noticed some subtle differences. At that moment, Claire just wanted to leave as quickly as possible. But when she reached the roadside, she was stunned to find that her car had vanished into thin air. She tried to recall exactly where she'd parked it, but even she started to feel disoriented. With no other choice, Claire began walking home on foot. Suddenly, a gunshot rang out from the woods, startling her. She saw several soldiers in antique clothing chasing a fugitive. Claire assumed a film crew was shooting a period drama nearby, but as she peeked her head out to watch, one of the soldiers suddenly fired a shot at her. This terrified Claire, as she realized they were using real guns. Fleeing to a riverbank, she bumped into a red-coated soldier. But the man's face left her stunned, because he looked exactly like her husband. Claire urgently asked her husband what he was doing in such strange clothes. Before the man could reply, Claire realized her mistake. Her husband would never look at her with such unfamiliar eyes. Claire frantically asked who he was. He identified himself as Captain Randall of the 8th Dragoons. Hearing the name, Claire was shocked. She remembered her historian husband once telling her that Randall was a brutal officer in the 18th century. Comparing everything she had seen and experienced, Claire finally realized she had traveled through time. As she tried to escape, Randall blocked her path. Noticing her strange clothes and beautiful appearance, Randall had sinister intentions. Suddenly, someone jumped in to save her. As the two hid behind a tree, a squad of redcoats passed by. To prevent Claire's voice from alerting the soldiers, the man knocked her unconscious. When she awoke, Claire found herself in a cabin filled with men. The men's menacing looks terrified her. Luckily, they had no intention of harming her. They just suspected she might be connected to Randall. Being Scottish warriors fighting the redcoats, they feared Claire was a spy. After some questioning from the leader, they learned she was just a passerby. But still, they wouldn't let her leave. Not until they were sure it was safe. As they prepared to depart, a young man named Jamie couldn't ride due to a dislocated arm. The group discussed forcefully popping it back in place. Claire, a former nurse, knew this would destroy his arm. She volunteered to treat him. Under everyone's suspicious gaze, Claire used bone-setting techniques she had learned and quickly realigned the dislocation. Everyone was amazed. Jamie even said it didn't hurt at all. She then asked for a belt and used it to immobilize Jamie's arm. Afterward, the group's attitude toward Merlin began to shift. They prepared to leave quickly, as Randall's soldiers were pursuing them. Claire was placed on Jamie's horse, beginning a 2-day escape. Reaching a mountain, Claire recalled her husband mentioning it. Historically, English soldiers often patrolled that mountain in the 17th and 18th centuries. She shared this information with Jamie. Jamie realized it was an ideal ambush spot. He informed their leader. The leader, trusting Claire after she treated Jamie, believed her. He ordered everyone to scatter, and Jamie told Claire to hide. Sure enough, as soon as they crossed the river, they were ambushed by English soldiers. Fortunately, Claire's warning allowed them to prepare in advance. As the battle began, Claire took off running. After all, she still wasn't sure whether Jamie and the others were truly the good guys.